everybody, my name is Nyasha and I'm your Infusionsoft Australia certified partner, Infusionsoft Whiz, Infusionsoft Genius, Infusionsoft How To, Go-To, Person, Must, Contact, all the time. Just saying. And I'm here basically to assist you with some small business tips to help you take your business from wherever it is to the next level, as well as ensure that you're getting the most out of your Infusionsoft application. And if you're not in Infusionsoft, basically tell you why you need to get on board. So you'll probably notice I haven't uploaded a video in probably about 5 weeks now, maybe 6 weeks. Typically I upload videos every Wednesday. However, in the last 5 to 6 weeks, life just happened. And if you're a small business, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Life just happened. However, I've done everything that I can to ensure that I have the right business processes and systems in place to ensure that that never happens again, and that I can deliver these videos to you every Wednesday. So with that in mind, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about business processes, systems, and of course, automation of these processes through Infusionsoft. I'm going to give you 5 tips that you can use to assist you to set up your business processes, things you need to be mindful of, and how you can best adjust those processes to work within your Infusionsoft application. So here's your first tip. Have a clear goal or have your process mapped out. In saying this, I'll use the example of the Contact Us scenario. Now, on your website, if you have a website, you'll have a Contact Us page. And on that Contact Us page will be a web form that people submit when they want to get in contact with you or ask you a question or an email address. So for this process, what we'd have to do is map out what would happen to a client once the form was submitted. So we want to know, first of all, if the form is submitted, who gets notified? Second of all, after notification happens, how do we ensure that that person has actioned whatever request came through? Thirdly, how do we ensure that the client gets feedback or the client gets responded to as a result of completing the form? Once you map out your process on paper or on a whiteboard, you get a clear goal and a vision of what you want to do. Once you've done that, you'll see that you'll also be able to see alternatives or other scenarios or instances that can also happen in that same process, and then we can fan out and make sure that your business or your systems cater to all the different scenarios. Now, in saying that, this leads me to your tip number 2. Ensure that your business processes are as standardized as possible. Now, I know that when you're in business, anything can happen. We have to be flexible. We have to be able to move and groove to some of our clients and to some of our opportunities. However, having too many variations of a process can make it complicated and make it hard to automate. So the best thing to do is try standardize your process as much as possible. Try have a limit of the number of scenarios or the number of ways or the number of outcomes that can happen in a business. Now, I know this is hard sometimes when you're dealing with business opportunities because you might think, if I don't do it this way, I might miss out on an opportunity. However, you'll thank yourself later on in the long run for standardizing your process. The reality is if you have customers who don't want to comply to your standardized processes, maybe they're not worth having. And so it's important that you standardize and you make sure that each of your processes are measurable. I keep rolling into everything today, which is tip number 3. Make sure that your processes are measurable. When I'm meaning measurable, we need to see how effective, how efficient, and how profitable they are. You need to have the right processes or systems in place to do this, which is what's great about a system like Infusionsoft. Through the campaign builder and through its reporting functionality, you can see at every single stage of a process what is working and what isn't. The good thing about measuring your processes is you can see where you need to tweak, where you're losing money on, or where you're losing efficiency on, or where you're losing the attention of your clients or the attention of your team. So it's important that your processes are measurable. The 4th tip is ensure that your business processes and systems are scalable. Now, standardizing is good for this as well, because if you can make your process scalable, it means that if it can handle 100 right now, it can handle 10,000 in the future. Now, when it comes to systems, typically in any business, you'll find that as you're growing, sometimes your system can't handle your growth. Now, although Infusionsoft has been designed specially for small business, it can cater to some medium-sized businesses. The reason this is because of the automation. What you can automate for 10 people is likely to work if it's automated for 1,000, and so on. So it's important that you make sure that your process is scalable. Always ask yourself, okay, so this process works now when I have, 100 to 500 orders coming in. Would it work if I had 1,000 to 5,000? If the answer is no, let's not implement it. Let's make sure we implement a process that takes us or that can handle the thousands of 5,000 orders, even though we don't have it right now. Tip number 5. Now, for tip number 5, I'm going to make up a word here. For tip number 5, make sure that your process is cookie cutter proof. Again, with the example of the Contact Us form. If you find that you've mapped out a process for Contact Us, it works excellently, it is efficient, and it is effective, ask yourself, can I duplicate this process in other areas of my business? So can I duplicate this process in my sales team? Can I duplicate it in my accounts team? If you can, that's excellent. You don't have to reinvent the wheel because you've already developed something that's standardized, that's scalable, and that's measurable. And now all we need to do is, like a cookie cutter, get a cookie cutter, cut it, and paste it into another area of your business. And again, Infusionsoft does support this. Through Campaign Builder and through automation, you can literally cookie cutter processes and apply them into different parts of your business, which is the beauty of it anyway. The reality is, once your business processes are set in stone and they're automated, it allows you to focus more on your business and not necessarily working in your business, giving you more free time and flexibility to brainstorm, to come up with new ideas, to go meet new people, to network, and to grow your business. Because the reality is, we all went into small business because we wanted that freedom, wanted that flexibility, and it's important that we have the systems in place that let us do that. The key thing with business processes, systems, and automation is consistency. With consistency, the reality is when a business can be consistent in providing an excellent service, can be consistent in getting back to their clients, and can be consistent in communicating with their clients, it creates a good relationship. Infusionsoft, again, allows you to do all of that. It allows for your business processes to be consistent. Nothing ever has to change unless you say so. It puts you in complete control. So if you're wondering to yourself, what kind of processes in my business can I automate? Is there things that I'm doing now that I could be doing better? Is there other things that I'm missing? I haven't automated anything. All of my details are in the box below. You can get in touch with me. We can talk it out. You can find out more about how you can standardize your processes, make them scalable, make them measurable, and ensure that they're mapped out, first of all. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. That lets me know that I'm doing a good job, and it lets me know that you're benefiting from all these videos that I'm doing. Because if you're not, then... So, my name is Nyasha, your Infusionsoft Australia certified partner, how-to person, go-to person, whiz, genius, Infusionsoft it, and I'm here to help you. I'm back again uploading every single Wednesday, so if you have any questions or there's something you want me to touch on, please leave your comments in the box below. Again, all my details are below that. Until then, have an excellent week this week in business. Let's make sure we get everything right, so we can take you out of your business so you can work on it and not in it. Have a good week, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.